Yeah.
I love you, baby.
Yeah, I love you too. Who is that texting you?
Nobody, baby. Don't worry about it.
Nobody. It says Tina. Who the fuck is Tina? Who the fuck is Tina?
Bitch, you know what? Get your shit and get out.
You know what? I love you, babe, but maybe we should take a break.
A break? Maybe you should kiss my ass.
Sound familiar? You in a relationship and this shit ain't working. It's time for the truth. This is the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that 50 right there. Come on, bang that a little bit. Yeah. The Voice of Reason has returned to Hot Button Radio. You can't get Hot Button Radio unless you got the hottest radio app in the game. That's Dash Radio. Go get the app right now. It's easy. It's free. You can download it on your, the Apple Store, Google Plus, Google Play, whatever it's called. I have an Apple, so yeah. I don't know what the competitors are called. But the Google thing, the Android thing. Yeah, I'm gangbanging. It's Apple over here, nigga. Pectin, homeboy. This is where the pectin is. No, I'm sorry. We keep you healthy, nigga. Just one apple a day, punk. I'm just Today's topic, man, is going to be absolutely bananas. I still want you to download that Apple, though. Apple? Did you get it? I'm sorry. Get that app, please. It's important if you want to hear the show live. So, with that said, I'm Zoe Williams, the Voice of Reason. Listen, I need you guys to do something for me right now. It's very important. My new book, The Relationship Dismount. How to stick the landing when leaving a traumatic relationship, a toxic relationship. It's not just a breakup book, it's a makeup book. If you don't know how to stick the landing, if you carry relationship debris into your next relationship, by default, your next relationship is a rebound relationship. Crazy book. Revolutionary concepts and ideas and topics and I put myself on the Barbie. Listen. If your relationship specialist isn't broken and flawed in some way, he can't really help you. Ain't nobody perfect. So I'd like to read books by people who have experienced things. So I'm telling you right now, go to my website, IamZoeWilliams.com, right? And pre-order your copy right now. I'm telling you, I have a very limited amount that are being pressed up. If you want an autographed copy of the book, go to IamZoeWilliams.com and pre-order your copy right now. With that said, one of the cutest little animals in the world kingdom has showed up. She's very frightened, very scary.
No, I'm not.
But she's in the building today. Let me introduce her right now. Red Panda, a.k.a. Ashonti Ford.
No, but honestly, I'm really excited about this topic today.
Really?
Yeah, let's get into all that vulnerability shit.
You know you don't want to be vulnerable.
Yeah,
you know
but,
good and fucking well.
It's Friday, so you have to do new things on Friday.
Ladies and gentlemen, the topic is crazy. The topic is I've checked out. You know, women do this shit, and when a woman checks the fuck out, 99.9999999% of the time, the man she's dealing with doesn't know it. Damn. Is that true or false? 844-55-1. I've checked out Love and Loyalty for Sale. An in-depth look at loyalty in intimate relationships. What's your definition of loyalty? Who are we most loyal to? Are we most loyal to our ideas and agendas or to our intimate partners? I think we're more loyal to our ideas, right? Where the fuck you think disappointment comes from? Well, it comes from unmet expectations. Who thinks I'm lying? 844-55-1 is the number to dial to participate. What does loyalty to another person in intimate relationship actually mean? Motherfucker, swear to God they loyal. I know these bitches ain't loyal. But the bitches will turn around and say, these niggas ain't loyal. Somebody call me right now and tell me if your loyalty has been thrown to the side like a cheap tampon that's full. Excuse me. That is disgusting. Yeah,
Thank you. Great.
Okay, maybe a twice used shitty diaper.
We're done.
If your loyalty has been fucking just tossed aside as if it meant nothing. Yeah, it's bitter night. Bitter bear night. Call in 844-55-1 with your stories of betrayal. How are trust and loyalty related, if they're related at all? Are men more about loyalty than women? And are women more about trust than men? What are the differences between these subtle nuances? 844-55-1. Is there something wrong with a person's character if opportunity controls your loyalty? God damn. If opportunity controls your loyalty, is there something wrong?
Sounds like Hollywood.
I need to know. 844-55-1. Welcome to the show. Just coming in, our good friend, Veronica Conway. Talk to us, Veronica.
Hello.
Say hi to everybody.
Happy Friday, beautiful people. So I'm a little late. My phone is haunted. But I'm really glad to be here.
See, that's the kind of shit that happens to Veronica. And she's not lying. Well, the phone is haunted, and I just got in contact with the poltergeist and at the Apple Bar, and then they, did an exorcism, and now the phone's fine. We have the demon in a jar of preserves. Like she really has those kind of experiences. Fucking Veronica's wild, man.
That's funny.
Why you gotta tell on me, though?
I'm just saying people don't know. Like that's your real life over there, right?
My real life is surrounded with phenomena. I will put it that way.
It's true. So talk to me about loyalty. I think women are incapable of being loyal. 844-55-1. I think it's not in your bone. You don't have a loyal bone in your body until you have a kid. You're not loyal to the motherfucker you made it with. What do you think?
Interesting.
Speak on it.
Am I jumping into this?
Hell yeah. And then Ashonti scared Panda gonna back it up because I already know Panda Bear over here ain't loyal.
Whatever.
Well, a woman cannot be loyal to anything else until she is first loyal to her own energy and the law of her own being. Right? So even before a child, which I think that, and no disrespect to women that don't have children, but it's what I have found in my own life and in the lives of people that I've worked with is that a lot of times until a woman has a child, there's this hankering that she has. There's like this unmet, unbridled neediness that she has to fill herself with something that gives her meaning. But even before that, she actually can't be loyal until she has some loyalty to her own energy and her own nature and her own soul. That's just how women are wired.
Damn, you wired fucked up. I don't know who did your wiring, but we need to get another company in there to fix that shit. Ashonti?
I've never cheated on any boyfriend that I've had. If cheating determines if you're loyal or not, I've never done it. Now, however, after my last breakup, serious relationship 2 years ago, it's been hard for me to actually commit to one person because I will admit in the back of my mind, I'm always like, well, what if there's somebody better for me?
Oh, wow. You just said it in a nice way. You're not loyal. Where's the Chris Brown record? Bring him in. And
honestly, though.
where is Chris? I want to hear Chris when you talk.
I am a loyal person. I have conversations with these men.
This is the song that's playing in your head as you speak. Let me ask you both this question. Are women more loyal to their mother than they are to themselves? And when do they renounce that loyalty? Because there's a certain point. I always say, you're not an adult until you have an original thought that your mother or father didn't give you, didn't plant into your mind. So are women more, and now this gets even uglier, because anything that comes from mom typically is viewed as right. This is good for me. So are women more loyal to generational curses and hurts and trauma and viewpoints that came from their mother than they are to their own true selves?
I think when I was younger, yes. Because my mom was like my God. My mom was my everything. So when I
Listen,
was
Jesus
younger,
does not approve, but finish.
I'm just saying, my mom was my everything. So when I was younger, absolutely, I hung on her every word. But as I got older and started to experience my own relationships and failures, I was more loyal to myself and I guess my experiences.
Oh, at Resident Antihero.
Already?
That these pandas ain't loyal. And they're not.
I got a picture for his ass.
You just
Pandas ain't loyal.
Right. You just flash a little bamboo and these niggas are gone.
Stupid.
That is hilarious.
Veronica, what do you think about that question? Are women...
Well, I think, are women. I think that women, here's how I've always looked at it. And my perspective is, as per usual, somewhat skewed. I know that in my own life, I went through such intense early childhood experiences, being the daughter of the revolution, having a fight with my mother at age 18, and I'm saying, well, if you don't love me, then you shouldn't have had me. And she said, I didn't. I'm not your biological mother.
Ooh, ouch.
And I found my biological mother and developed, so I have a white adoptive mother and a black biological mother, and I've had to reconcile all of that. But what I would say is, because between my father going to prison and all of the intensity of my early life, it's like the frog in the boiling water. I had to get sane because the drama around me was so insane that I had to literally at some point decide to deconstruct everything that might not be true that people told me was true. So I went through a deep identity crisis in terms of deconstructing that so that I could know what was true for myself and my own authentic experience. I think that most people, they get into boiling water or they get into warm water and they turn up the water. They boil the water slowly so that the frog dies in the pot. Because a lot of times people's experiences, they're just comfortable enough with what their mama tells them. They're just comfortable enough with what their daddy tells them or their auntie or whatever. And they don't necessarily have enough pain that triggers them to question what's really true. So I think most people get hand-me-down ideas because they're just enough to keep them comfortable.
In other words, you motherfuckers ain't shit.
That's not it. We all have our wounds.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. These motherfuckers ain't shit. I done told you now. Don't you trust them. They not loyal. I think there's an inherent contradiction here. Help me, ladies. Are women really dating men, or are they dating the power they wield? And in doing so, they're subject to leaving every powerful man because there's always another man more powerful than the man they're with. 844-55-1, you motherfucking truth tellers, call in.
I think women are more willing to ride it out, to be honest. and just bounce from. Go ahead,
engineer.
That's fine. Go ahead. Just turn my damn mic off. That's fine. No problem.
It's not your turn to speak.
No, I'm just kidding. What the hell? Go ahead, Ashonti.
No,
Jesus.
I'm just saying, like, for example, being loyal out here in 2015 is liable to get that ass hurt. If you're loyal to anyone else but yourself, you gonna get hurt out here in these streets, because when you meet people, you're really just meeting their representative anyways. You're not really
Sounds
meeting
like
that person.
narcissistic speed dating to me.
That's fine. I'm just saying, being loyal in 2015 is liable to get that ass hurt.
Did you hear that, Veronica? I need you to go dig. I mean, well, I'll dig and you uncover what is found. Speak on it, Veronica.
I can't.
Well, you know, I've learned the hard-ass way, school of hard knocks way, that it's not about trusting other people. It's really about trusting your own reaction in the face of other people. So no matter what they do, no matter what they do, if you are grounded internally in something and you're connected to spirit and you're connected to the law of your being, then you will respond according to the moment. But where we get into trouble is when we react to people, and we react out of some fear, need for approval, some sense of compromise, some sense of got to go along to get along, some sense of all that. So it's not even about trusting another. It's about trusting yourself in their presence.
Do you trust
Does that make
yourself,
sense?
Red Panda?
I do.
In the presence of
what?
what she just outlined. Okay, cut her mic off.
I'm not talking about trusting. I understand what she's saying, 100%, 150%. I get
Do you
that.
do it?
No.
See, that's the key. Right there. There's the monkey grease I was looking for right there. Because let me say, what Veronica just outlined, most women get intellectually. Where the disconnect comes in is experientially.
This is the thing.
Like,
though.
oh, I know what the fuck that means. I ain't gonna do it, though.
But
Tell me I'm bullshit.
Dating in a lot of ways is kind of like driving. You know, like my mom always told me, driving, you're not driving for yourself, you're driving for other people. You got to watch out for other people. I feel like dating is almost the same thing. Like, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm thinking.
Did you get cute up in here with that little metaphor?
I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool.
Go ahead, little panda bear. I see you. Mike, call it Mike. I'm just kidding.
You see how you do when I try to get real, like,
That was
intellectual and
good,
shit?
though.
I'm
That
tired
shit
of
was
this
good.
shit.
Go ahead. Say
I'm
more.
saying that's what dating is like for me, because I know myself, I know what I'm going to do, I know what I'm thinking. It's the other person that I don't, and it's not saying that I need to control that, but it makes it hard to date. It makes it hard to date.
Wow. How are trust and loyalty related, if they're related at all? I think women want to be protected in order to open up. They want to be protected emotionally. They feel like, man, if I don't have any guarantees, any certainties, there's no way I can open up. And I think it creates this bullshit cognitive dissonance, this bullshit-ass experience, because you want to be encased in some type of secure environment in order for you to open up. But that in and of itself is a limiter. You can only open up so far within the confines of the trust. Yeah, that just resonated all up in you. I see the moistness coming. Miss Lips, Atlanta, come on through.
Stupid.
Hey, Miss Lips.
Miss Lips.
Where are you, babe? Speak to us right now. Where's Miss Lips? Okay. Just get the
Call
Boost
back.
Mobile together and we going to get you in here. Phone lines are open, 844-55-1. I really want to know, why is it that women feel the need, and I want you guys to go in deep on this, please. Why do you guys feel the need to keep your disconnect a secret? To me, I think that's some fucking evil. You guys have a way of not letting the dude you're with know that you've checked out.
Sometimes we don't know.
That's true.
That's good, Red.
That's true.
Come on, Panda Bear, speak on it.
I'm just saying, sometimes we don't know. Like, if you don't know where you're at, you know, you can't know that you've checked out. Like, for example, there was this guy that I was trying to date for a second, and he never had time. And I still liked him. I still wanted to deal with him, but I just got tired of the shit. So I still wanted him around. So anytime he would text, I respond, but I had checked out.
Now listen, either you motherfuckers know or you don't know.
No.
Because let me say, because at the end of a relationship, you quick to say that your intuition chronicled all of the shit and you knew when you checked out. Now you saying sometimes you don't know. Veronica, clear this shit up. Jesus. Another contradiction.
I'm confused.
Here's what happens. It kind of goes back to the show that you were talking about intuition, in the sense that there's a really clear mechanism in a woman for the truth. And usually it's her body, and actually it's her pussy. The pussy actually knows the truth.
Yummy.
It knows it if it's clear.
Can I speak with the oracle?
See, we can't even say pussy without you guys just unraveling. That's the type of shit
I'm saying she just said there's truth in your pussy.
Okay,
I want to have a conversation with your pussy and not you.
Yummy.
Finish, Veronica.
That can be a source of a woman's intelligence. And so the thing is that this is a deep piece. Once a woman starts overriding that innate intelligence, and if a dude is like doing weird, janky shit, right? Like weird, irritating, just beta
First off, wait,
shit.
don't say irritating. Don't use irritating.
Irritating
because
is a great word.
Anything can irritate you motherfuckers. You irritated one moment, and then the next moment you niggas is huggy cuddle bears. You're like fucking cute, prickly, poisonous, spined, furry, sexual beings.
My ex used to call me a well-packaged Shrek.
So many things all at once. But if she overrides that, I think that it can't. In other words, what's irritating is when he's in compromise.
Ooh, say
That's
more.
really what's irritating.
Yeah.
So if a man is in compromise, then in any way, and she senses that is by definition irritating, and it causes her, if she doesn't have the courage to confront it, then she tends to check out of it. Because she doesn't want to confront and bring the truth to the table.
But
So,
isn't when she checks out without checking in with him, is she not compromising too?
that's absolutely true.
All right then. So
Yeah,
we can't blame it on these little weak, irritating men then. Listen, we got to take a break and get off this here bullshit. We'll be back.
It's not a question of blame. It's never a question of blame.
Thank you. Listen, when we come back, the phone lines are open. I'm going to Miss Lips. She got back in. We got to take a quick break. But I want you guys to understand something here. Today's topic: are women incapable of being loyal? Incapable. They check out. You don't know. They broke up with your ass 180 days ago. And when you finally find out at the corner cafe, nigga, over a cup of coffee, ain't no convincing her to come back, because she's thoroughly certain now, after 6 months.
You gotta play that R. Kelly
We'll be back
song.
at 2.2 seconds. When a woman's fed up, she knows long before your ass do.
River dries up.
She ain't telling your ass shit. You understand? She done transferred all the bread out of the accounts. She got a new apartment.
Stupid.
Shit is furnished. Done already had a fucking welcoming home party. You don't know shit.
You been a victim of that?
No.
Sounds like it.
I have.
But a motherfucker will
Ouch.
just show the
I've
fuck
been
up,
there.
right? And tell you, the nigga just coasting. He blind. He don't know. He just floating.
Oh, you guys are so innocent.
You want me to
Poor
pick up-
little
No, it's
innocent
comfortable. That's
baby.
what
No, here it is. Here it is.
Like,
Here it is.
oh.
Hey, you want me to pick up some Chinese food on the way home? Yeah, you do that. You do just that. I'm home, and it's empty.
Oh, that's a fast lady. She
I'm
got
just saying.
movers and everything.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't think women can be loyal. I think it's impossible. Anybody that disagrees with me or agrees with me should call in 844-55-1. That's the number to dial. You're listening to the Voice of Reason on Hot Button Radio. Hot Button Radio. Sniper breakup is what you called it? Jesus.
Sounds-
This nigga just falls down on the floor. falls down in the foyer. It's
Those are
over.
really good laser tag voices, by the way.
I'm just saying. Again, the voice of reason, Hot Button Radio -radio, the number to dial. I want to hear your stories, loyalty stories, disloyalty. Is loyalty a falsehood? Is it impossible? Is trust a myth? Yeah, call me, 844-55-1. The topic today is I've checked out. Love and loyalty for sale. I think a woman's loyalty is for sale. I think the highest bidder comes through with bread and power, and I think she doesn't give two shakes of a fat rat's ass of what y'all been through. It's a better situation. I think women look at dudes like apartments. You mean the other one has a bigger closet? And two of them? All right, nigga, I'm out. Shit, I've got to leave here. 844-55-1. That's the number to dial. Somebody call us with your story. Women, what causes you to emotionally check out in your intimate relationships? Like, what would just cause you to go, oh, okay, this is enough, and then check out, but stay? That's the part that fucks with me. But stay. I used to like him, but I don't anymore.
You gotta safely.
But what I
plan your
do
exit.
like is that dick. So I'm gonna stay for the dick and disconnect on all the other shit, the emotional and the mental and the spiritual. But that dick, I'm gonna stay here for that. Ashonti?
I don't know, because for me, I'm really mental when it comes to sexual
I
stuff.
bet you are, girl.
So if I'm not really feeling a guy, I can't get wet like that. I can't get turned on by him.
Really?
Really.
Some women, especially nowadays, loyalty, right, is predicated on familiarity, companionship. I'm going to keep this dick around because I ain't got sick off no other dicks. And this dick has been pretty healthy. I might not like that nigga no more, but this dick is safe.
Sometimes you think it may get better.
Okay, Jesus.
Wow.
She always got something.
No, she's right though.
I don't care.
Yeah.
It's just fucking Ashonti. I don't care.
Hey, I tried, dog. I tried.
Veronica, what do you think about some of these concepts and ideas that I'm trying to frame here?
Well, I think that first of all, that women do. I know that in my own situation with my ex-husband, I put his ass on notice. I said, "Listen, while I'm angry, you should be working. You should be trying to fix what's wrong. But when I stop being angry, it will not matter anymore, and I'm giving you fair notice." And I've said that to other men. You're acting like a bitch right now, and if you continue with the bitch assness, my pussy will dry up and I will not be attracted to you. I'm just putting you on notice. You can do whatever you want to do, but you just need to know what I'm going to do if this continues.
Okay, let me just say this. Anytime the ladies on the show say pussy, you must say it in slow motion. Now,
I agree.
now we have callers, and it's time to get to them. Miss Lips, line 3, holler at us on tonight's topic, please.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Hey, Miss Lips.
How y'all doing? Oh, y'all ain't pumped up. It's Friday.
I'm
Happy
fucking,
birthday,
hey,
Lo.
hey, thank you, boo.
Hey,
Shit.
get your dick sucked,
Oh,
okay?
God damn, I wish I was in Atlanta.
I literally just passed out.
I promise, if I was in Atlanta, Miss Lips would be sucking my dick. I would know Miss Lips intimately.
I will put an unk and a ribbon on my dick for you, Lo.
On your dick?
Hey, whoa.
I will put an unk and a ribbon on your dick.
Oh,
That sounds pretty.
it'd be like a birthday dick.
Yeah.
For her.
For you.
Yeah, that'd be a birthday dick.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
You in LA.
Yeah.
And I promise you
No, I
all
ain't
of
got
my...
no dick.
I promise you all of my nougaty goodness.
It's nasty.
No, but go ahead.
But I just want to chime in. Loyalty is fear. We don't fear these men. You know, we had pimps back in the day. Ain't nobody smacking these bitches no more. You know, it's just you go to jail. It's the fear of men going to jail. You know, getting anally raped. ain't no pimps out here no more. You know, ain't no guys running no good game anymore either. You know what I'm saying? I think the whole thing is just disrupt the white man. You know, definitely put that fear in our black men, and our black women don't fear you guys no more. You know?
Wow, that was
that
was heavy.
As far as loyalty, loyalty is really hard right now because I'm not loyal. You know, case in point.
She's honest.
You know, fucking. You know, there's so many tricks out here to keep that pussy tight. You know, it's ridiculous. You know, these men are so stupid. They don't look in the closet. They don't look behind the sink no more. They don't look around the tub. Now, if you see a lot of sea salts in the bitch house, that bitch.
A lot of what?
fucking-
Say that slowly.
She's hustling.
If
of
you
what?
see a lot of what?
Not a
Sea
lot
salt.
of sea salt.
What does that do?
What does that mean?
Metro PJs.
No, that sounds like some fucking.
Their phone's
The
going
sea
off.
salt sounds like some fucking pussy CSI shit. This is how you get rid of the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
You
Well,
understand?
no, it's hard.
There's a.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's hard to be loyal because we got all these secrets. You know, how would you know your pussy been punctured if her pussy is tighter than yesterday?
That would tell me.
You know what I'm saying?
That would tell me.
Wow. So you saying like if a woman goes out and gets some alum root, you know that alum ALUM, that alum root,
Oh, yeah.
you get your pussy blew out by, you know, a motherfucking Dirk Diggler, you know, donkey built nigga, Billy Club Bastion, right? And he comes in and just beats it down.
So when I leave the house,
right, and then you go get the alum root, it make the pussy brand new again.
snap that.
When you
pussy.
get back to your dude, he think, nigga, ain't nobody up in here but me. Nigga, this is my little apartment, my little dick apartment.
The
no.
vagina is a muscle, though, so I guess the more sex you have, the
Exactly.
tighter
And your
it gets.
woman's pussy shouldn't smell or taste like vinegar. Her pussy should not be a pickle, okay? Her pussy should be lemony, have a little peppermint spice. See, my pussy smell like mint. You know what I'm saying? Because I keep
They need to
sea
sell your
salt
pussy
mint in my house.
the frozen section of your nearest grocer. If your pussy smell
That's
tastes
right.
like mint, girl, that little chocolate mint, you know that ice cream. Ugh.
You can't deal with this woman.
Don't have me come down there though, because I will put some mint on that dick. Nah,
You
don't play.
understands me? And if it has any of the
free.
properties of peppermint, that cool peppermint patty breeze that comes from mint, I will fuck you.
Hell yeah, I'll put the peppermint stick at that pussy so you can taste that pussy minty peppermint.
Okay, we got to get her off the line before I
Yes.
fucking bust off in this one.
Yes.
Jesus
If you guys need to get a room, that's cool.
Christ.
No.
Hey, look.
Fucking microphone about to have a baby.
Has flavors. or organic pussy has flavors.
Okay.
Bitches put honey in a pussy, and that's a good combination. Honey in your pussy is a good combination. You drink that pineapple juice. Pineapple juice is good for dicks, especially Ambrosia. You know, if you like to swallow, mango juice is good for dick. So we got our tricks, and it's hard to
Okay.
be loyal.
Okay, now we're at Trader Joe's for pussies now. So listen,
I was just about to say, is this
Trader
Whole
Pussies.
Foods?
I tell you, it's Freaky Friday, goddammit.
pussy.
You knew what was going to happen when Miss Lips got through. You knew what was going to happen.
I'm just saying.
Listen, we appreciate the
There's
call,
secrets
honey.
to this shit, and we can't be loyal.
Damn, we appreciate the call. Thank you so much for reaching out to us. Ladies and gentlemen, the phone lines are wide open. 844-55-1 is the number to dial. The voice of reason is talking about the incapability of feminine loyalty. You motherfuckers just can't be loyal. You fuck power, not men. Huh? You date ideas, not dudes. Ideas are connected to expectations. When the expectations are not met, you're disappointed. When you're disappointed, you have just cause to interview new dick. 844-55-1. Please call us and tell us if I'm on some bullshit this evening. Right? Veronica, am I on some bullshit this evening?
Well, I think that may be true in the mainstream. I think that there is an alternative way of operating.
Well, you're going to have to heal me because I'm wounded.
It's brutal, though. For example, I have been very clear with men that my interaction with Machama would be a non-negotiable in my life. Because through my interaction with Machama, I come into contact with my own godly nature. In other words, he helps palpate the law of my own being through my interaction with him, right? He brings me to my truth and to clarity. And so I answer not to him, but I answer to the law of my being. And so I've been very clear with men that my interaction with him was really non-negotiable, and it's fine if you want to come and hang and enjoy the fruits of a woman that has experienced that, because for most men, to experience that is really the experience of their lifetime.
That's good shit. But go back, Veronica. You need to go back because I want you to delve deeper into responding to the law of one's self. Now, I believe that this can go bi-directionally with regard to gender, right? I always tell men, live in the truth of who you really are. Fuck your purpose, right? Be in your truth because women will gravitate to you because you found your being, your purpose, your truth. So when you say respond to the law of oneself, how is it that women use loyalty and trust as a type of shield that prevents them from even recognizing or cultivating the law of themselves? Really, trust and loyalty gets used as an insecurity buffer. I can't be open, I can't be true, I can't be authentic unless I have guarantees that you, my man, and my man alone. Speak on it.
That's true. No, that's absolutely true. When people, there's an experience that people can have, and it's a really deep one, where, at the end of the Matrix, like when the walls are breathing, and it's all slow motion, you know how the Matrix is kind of based on some stuff that's actually very real in the energy world, where everything's in slow motion. When you begin to vibrate at a certain level, you begin to speed up. And so everything around you feels like it's operating in slow motion when you begin to reach higher and higher states of consciousness. It literally feels like it does at the end of the Matrix where the walls are breathing. I know that sounds crazy, but one of the things that's the most painful about coming to spiritual awareness and therefore answering the law of your being is the fact that when everything slows down, what you really notice about human beings is how much fucking compromise they're in. Human beings are running around in so much compromise that when you first can see it frame by frame, blow by blow, there's so much of it out here on this planet, it literally makes you sick. It makes you sick. It makes you ill, because that's how most of the planet is dialed in and wired. It's through this thing of compromise. So one of the difficulties of when you begin to open up and answer to the law of your being, one of the difficulties about that is how excruciating it is if you haven't built a life or you haven't built relationships that actually support your truth. In other words, if you got a dumb motherfucker who is like, but what about me, and what about me, and what about my pride, and what about my ego, and what about whatever, if you have to answer to that in your day-to-day existence, then it tends to shut down the mechanism.
Wow.
So you literally have to redesign a life that will allow you to answer to the law.
Okay, so let me do this. We're about to take a quick break. I'm going to come back, but before I do, that was all flowery and lofty and spiritual. But what about the woman? No. What about the woman? Right? I'm not saying it isn't true. It is lofty. There's a lot of motherfuckers out there with TV dinners right now saying, what the fuck? You got a chicken pot pie. I don't understand a goddamn word was said. Right? But there are a lot of women out there in a guttural sense whose loyalty is determined by the next dude they meet. Yeah, can we speak on that? Does another guy cause you to check out on your current relationship? Can another guy do that? You could be floating along, enjoying this dude, and then bump into your next conquest. You didn't even know you wanted to conquer this dude, but he resonates with you differently. Does this affect your ability? See, I told y'all, women like to fuck around with gray area. They date ideas. So what if she meets this dude, right? Mr. Dude. After she's all loyal and with one guy, and she knows in her being, I want to fuck and suck and be with him. You know what happens? Soon as the dude she thought she was content with fucks up, the smallest thing, okay, it's over. And guess what? And guess what happens? It's over means I'm outside of this idea I was dating, and I get to fuck you. She might fuck, she might suck. But then feel bad, bounce back to the dude. But no guilt because she fucked and sucked outside of the relationship. Quote unquote, it was technically over. Oh, I did dating ass pandas. We'll be back. Never trust a big booty that made your child. Never trust a big booty that made your child. Never trust a big booty and a smile. No, never trust that big booty that made your child.
Wow.
Loyalty. This shit is ugly today. Are women just incapable of being loyal? Have the rules changed in society? Have women been uncaged? Their pussies are running rampant. We get to fuck who we want to fuck with no judgment. Fuck you. You're not going to slut shame me anymore, Bob. I'm going to fuck all your friends and your brother too. And I can't be judged for it because it's a new day for women. Right? Hear me roar, mother. Right? Ah! The red panda roar.
Are you kidding me?
Is it just impossible for women to be loyal? I think so. If you don't have no power, dude. I mean, listen to what did Kenya Moore just say?
Oh, love Kenya's a little crazy.
You
ass.
love, yeah. See, I love crazy. This is a lot of what are the women. Yeah, all of our topics tie together.
You can't think that how she acts on TV is really how she is.
She just came out and said, first off, there are no black men. Most of them are in jail, or gay, or jobless.
Yeah.
And that's the criteria right there. And she put that blanket on black men. She didn't say some black men or a great deal of black men or high percentages of black men. She said black men, all y'all. Now, she's not smart enough to preface, I'm sure.
She's a little hurt. She's still not pregnant. She has a lot of things going on.
First off, when you ugly pretty.
Ugly pretty.
Let me tell you what ugly pretty is. Mm-hmm. Pretty on the outside, ugly on the inside. You the reverse Oreo. When we get to the center of your shit, it's fucked up. Look like the most delicious cake anybody would ever want. But then when you get to the inside, you got rotten preserves in that bitch.
Ew.
Done. Huh? Where am I at? In a fucking pharaoh tomb? This food is old. This filling is fucked up. I'm just saying. All this negative shit. How you expect to have a positive experience when the predominantly held belief about the dude you want to date is fucked up? I'm just saying. How can she possibly be loyal? There's no loyalty in her. Or any of yous. 844-55-1. Mia, Atlanta. You're going to have to clear this up for us.
Hey, Mia.
Speak on it, Mia.
Hi, Ashonti. Hi, Rose.
What's happening, baby?
Veronica. How are you guys?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm going to be very transparent here.
Thank you.
I dated a guy who was the ideal guy. He was good on paper. The job, he was handsome. My parents loved him. He had all of the basic things. The problem was I did not enjoy the sex at all.
That's common. That's not funny.
But
That's
I stayed
common.
loyal.
You stupid, Zara.
I stayed loyal, though. Okay?
You see? She said she
because
stayed
I
loyal.
felt obligated. I had invested years into this relationship to the point where he had proposed to me and we were going to get married.
Oh, gosh.
When Veronica spoke about checking out, when things started to break down, when he started doing things that irritated me, the things that he did that irritated me were compounded by the fact that I wasn't enjoying sex with him. So I would warn him and say, listen, X, Y, and Z is a problem, you know, but then, yeah, after a while I did check out. I was still in the relationship, but I had checked out. Because if I've warned you on several occasions that this is a problem, right?
Watch your tone, Mia. Mia, watch your tone in your delivery. You can't warn me.
I'm not saying I'm perfect.
Okay,
I'm
just
not
letting you know.
perfect. I'm not gonna put
Some
that
goddamn
on
alpha
you.
male shit
But
going
I
on in
think-
here. Don't ever warn me. Bring something to my attention,
Right.
but don't ever warn me. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Speak on it,
I
Mia.
brought it to his attention
Same shit.
on several occasions. It didn't change. It got exponentially worse. So at that point, I felt like, okay, I don't need to be here, and I'm certainly not going to marry a man who is doing these things. Getting married to him would just make the situation worse. My parents loved him. They didn't know that we had broken up for like a year because they loved him that much. And so for me, I say all that to say that women can be loyal. The problem with me was I was loyal to the idea and not to the man.
But that's what I'm saying, honey. This is what I'm saying. I heard a wise woman say this before, and I've been saying, I forgot who she is. I forgot her name. But she said, in order to have what you want, you must first learn to want what you already have. So if you're loyal to an idea, you were never really in love with this guy. You never really wanted him. You wanted what he could bring to you. It's almost like the relationship is about accomplishment. I need to reach this particular goal. I need to get this particular thing. Relationships are not designed like that. Relationships are processes of development, internal development. They're not about at the end of the rainbow, because of all of the time, energy, effort, sex, and false enjoyment I put into this shit, I'm going to get this payback. They're not about that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Here's another one. If you want to tell God, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. And then finally, the third one, Kool Moe Dee said this shit. He said, sometimes God gives women what they want so they can know that what they wanted in the first place was bullshit. Sometimes you gotta get it to go, I don't want this shit. But if you're not learning, if there's not a process of self-discovery, which with each step, what's going to happen is you become the perpetual victim. He was wrong. If he would have did this, if he would have said that. And do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I understand what you're saying, and I'm revealing that to say that that's something that I did learn. It took a long time for me to actually do some introspection and say I could completely blame him, but I allowed it. I made some mistakes. I did things, and it's hard I can't speak for any other woman, but it's hard for me to swallow pride. It's really hard for me to look at myself and say, I completely fucked this up. And yes, after the relationship was over, there was a guy that was kind of in the swings that wanted me. And
did you give him that little yogurt box, baby?
Yeah. Amazing.
My thing is, though, is like if
it was amazing.
Let her taste the gushers.
DJ always would like to chime in.
I mean, if everything was so great, everything was cool other than the sex, why weren't you able to help with that? If everything else is okay.
She said there was some other little irritating
There was just some other little irritating.
But that's the problem.
That's
the problem. We're never going to satiate all your little irritations.
Right.
No man will. You're not going to ever find a man that's going to be able to just soothe you all the way out in every aspect.
But as a man, too, we have to listen to our woman.
I wasn't looking for that. I was looking for him to stop spending the money out of our joint account and giving it to other women.
Ooh.
That's what I was
he's going to the strip joint.
Hey, well, here you go.
City.
Okay.
And here we go.
Gotcha.
Here we go. Now we're at the crux of the real reason.
Problem.
Yes.
Okay, that
so
I understand.
It wasn't that it was some little bitty little irritants, that kind of stuff, I blow that off. But when I have to pay the rent because I was doing everything out of the household account and the money is short in the account and I have to take it out of my personal account to fund the household account because if I tell you that over a 2-year period and you're not replenishing the account.
That I understand.
Listen, nothing is,
I have to pull back.
There's no better revenge than side dick because you've mismanaged the bread. Jesus. There's no better revenge.
Is that what made the sex afterwards so?
Listen,
I don't know.
But again, this is why I say, can women, I want all the women to chime in. Mia, Ashonti, Veronica, where's Heka? God damn it. Is Heka on the line? Fuck are you, Heka? I know you listening. Heka! Call into this motherfucker, Heka. I know you listening. 844-55-1. You know the goddamn number.
Naked right now.
But let me just say this. Power, money. Ladies, be honest. Is it an aphrodisiac? And when your man can't produce, because y'all some bottom lining ass motherfuckers. Sometimes women lack vision, right? At the end of the day, nigga, every 30 days, there's bills. Yep. This is what we have to pay. This is what it is.
Never fails.
Never fails. Sometimes women will be entrepreneurs and understand the seeding process of entrepreneurship. You know what? All entrepreneurs are farmers. I'm planting seeds and I'm cultivating that shit, my crop. And when it's time to harvest, then we gonna do this. But women be like, I don't give a fuck about the harvest. I don't give a fuck about planting seeds, nigga. Every 30 days. And then when he can't produce, in a way, he seems socially impotent. And that's justification enough to cash in your loyalty chips. Yes or no? Mia?
Not for me. I can't speak for anyone else.
You just told us. You just said.
No.
She walked away.
No.
The boy walked away from it.
No.
Hey, Veronica. Veronica.
I walked away
Wait,
from
hold
it.
on. Everybody, hold on 1 second. Veronica, you always on my team. You understand?
Oh, God.
Don't ever challenge me on the air now.
All right.
Go ahead, Mia. No, I'm just kidding.
Eat the cake anyway.
Go ahead, Mia.
He's really serious, though, on the low.
No, I didn't walk away because the bread or the money was insufficient. I walked away because if he had told me, listen, there's a coworker that, I need to get money out of the account to lend coworkers some whatever. As long as you're honest and upfront with me. But when $300, $400, $500 a month is disappearing out of the account over a 2-year period, and you don't have any answers for it, and then you come back and tell me, well, I work hard for my money, I should be able to do what I want.
No.
Then you're not ready to be a husband.
No. I understand exactly where you're coming from. I understand exactly where you're coming from because if he's trying to help somebody out at work, he needs to share that with you if you're a woman and if you're his woman and you guys do have a joint account. Yes, he has to share that information with you. He just can't be taking the money out there and then be like, oh, well, it's mine. No.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Would open relationships kill the need for loyalty?
Would it kill the need?
Yeah, just get that shit out the way. Listen, let me just say this. I don't want to put him out there. He's not really a family member.
Just do it.
But he's the dad of a family member. And I've known him since I was a kid. I walked in when he got somebody pregnant. I was asking for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Wow,
Hilarious.
you really had to say all of that.
All of that.
I'm just
Make sure you know what he's eating.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, I need a sandwich. What you niggas in here doing? What kind of
peanut butter and babies? All right.
Gusher diving.
What kind of naked wrestling you motherfuckers doing? Shit. I'm gonna tell mama. Anyway,
ain't that peanut butter and jelly?
Peanut butter and babies.
No, but brother told me. I mean, he married, got kids. He said, man, I got to fuck. He called it roadkill. When I'm on the road, I got to fuck. I'm saying it's happening anyway. Oh shit! Somebody dancing now.
Wait.
Oh Lord.
I need my turn up, buddy, Whitney.
But what I'm saying, there is no real loyalty. You got AshleyMadison.com where married couples go to cheat discreetly. I mean, loyalty, trust, all that shit is a fallacy. So if open relationships were widely accepted as the new standard, would there really be a need for loyalty at this point? 844-55-1. The phone lines are wide open. Mia, I really appreciate your participation in today's conversation. You were excellent. You brought Atlanta back into the building. You were on that shit.
Thank you, guys.
And when I come to Atlanta, I'm going to look that sweet pussy up. Okay, girl? You have it ready for me? I'll be down there.
Yo,
Bye, you guys.
Thank you, Mia.
Heka Activated is on the line right now. I know Heka is about to set this motherfucker on fire. Here we go. Everybody, duck! Hey, Heka.
Heck.
Hey, Heka.
Ooh, y'all know y'all could have real bad with the spirit of excellence. But no, really. Okay, I'm gonna speak from experience. I find, and I talk to about 10 women, at least 10 women a day, seriously. And just based off my experience, women take a lot of shit. They really do. Mm-hmm. Women take a lot. When R. Kelly made that song, When a Woman's Fed Up, that shit was real to the core. Like, really.
God damn it, Heka. Does that mean you get to be disloyal? Just because you take shit, does that mean you get to be disloyal?
Sure does.
Well, I think at a certain point, you know,
Cut motherfucking Red Panda's mic off.
to allow the same thing to happen over and over again and expect different results is a form of insanity. It's insane. So why sit around with the same busted ass nigga? Excuse my French. Why sit around with the same joker doing the same thing over and over again when you could be out doing things better for your own life? If he's going to continuously do the same shit over and over again, why continue to be loyal to him? That's stupid.
I'm going to tell you, it makes sense what Heka is saying, but I'm going to tell you where Heka has fallen off the fruit basket, right? The fruit wagon. We're talking about loyalty. In my book, the relationship dismount, I keep telling you guys got to order this fucking book right now. Go to my website, IamZoeWilliams.com, and pre-order. These are all pre-orders. The book will officially drop July 1st, 2015. I'm telling you, it's incredible. But in that book, right, I talk about how respect should be the religion of relationship. See, we're using loyalty, like I said before, as a buffer for our insecurities. Well, you know, my last man, he cheated on me, and you know I have abandonment issues, and la, 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 la. I need to be able to trust you, right? We use loyalty and trust as a fucking buffer for unhealed hurts and wounds. And it shouldn't be that way. Instead of going after loyalty, we should firmly install respect as our relationship's religion, right? You can't respect somebody you don't accept. You can't accept anybody until you accept yourself. And most people are not accepting the wound. They're actually protecting the wound and trying to get their partner. This is why I always say, whenever you date an idea, you're also dating a coping mechanism. I got hurt. I created a coping mechanism to deal with it. Dealing with it means living with it. Living with it means it's not resolved. You're not free of it. So you're carrying all of these wild ass fucking space monkey ass expectations into the situation and expecting somebody not to disappoint you when you are the one who created the environment to be disappointed. Self-fulfilling prophecy, anybody? Yeah, I knew it was going to be fucking quiet up in here. I'll teach you niggas if you want to get
my
talk.
mic was still on.
Shoot her again. Shoot that goddamn panda out the goddamn tree.
Not without my bamboo.
We got Mike on the line from D.C. Mike, jump in here, man.
Oh, hey, what's up, pimp?
What's that, man?
Hey, Mike. What's going on, man? This is another brilliant topic, though, man. I ain't gonna lie. I do agree with you, though. I think, like, words like loyalty, love, and trust is not real. It's just a word that sounds good to people. And I just wanted to tell people, like, I think all men should know, like, women do not care about your well-being. They just only care about what comes out of them. Ooh. And then they only care about supporting their own agenda for their own life.
These are really big statements.
This is the number one, and this is no diss to women, but this is the number one reason.
Bullshit.
This is number one telltale sign you can tell a woman is not really, because a relationship or anything with a woman or a man, between a woman and a man should be a fair exchange. So the woman says she wants this and this, and a man comes in and be like, okay, what do I get? And then she gets mad. When you say that, yeah, she's not being fair in the situation. She only wants power, and she only cares about herself. You agree with that, though?
I think that's just a recontextualization of everything I've already said.
Of course, it's woman bashing, so of course
it's
you would
not
agree.
woman. Cut this goddamn pandas,
This
Michael.
is what all this shit is, women bashing.
It is not women bashing. He made a great point. Now let me back Mike up. Equity theory. This is what I always say. You want to find out where your relationship narrative comes from? Study economics. Right? Study fucking economics. You live in a capitalist society. So your relationships can't help but follow the rules of capitalism. And whenever capitalism is in place, you're automatically a relationship opportunist. Now, what opportunities are you looking for? 9 times out of 10, they're financial. Most people have not discovered the more valuable currencies in relationship. Oh, time. Oh, spiritual, intellectual, and emotional development and growth. These are currencies that far outweigh having your bills paid. But because America is predicated on a capitalist system that's designed to get you from school to work to family, and then the cycle continues, this is how they get paid. Hey, the buildings fell down in New York. Don't stop spending money. Well, you can't stop spending money, right? Because that's what powers the fucking economy, right? But how is the economy related to education? Well, what do you want to be when you grow up? Well, you're going to have that. That's predicated on how smart you are, what degrees you have. Women look at these as fucking social benchmarks to having a good man. Just like Mia just said, he looked good on paper. Find out the nigga got a motherfucking Vienna sausage in his pants. Ooh. That's about as hard as a motherfucking gummy bear.
And don't know how to work it.
And then she got to tell mama, I can't live with motherfucking rubber dick.
With Pinky.
I'm out of there.
So
and the nerve of him.
And the nerve of him.
So listen, he was a paper champion. So when I come back and tell y'all, oh, it's woman bashing. No, it isn't. The women create the reality via their belief. So if you have a societal template in the woman's mind working at the forefront, she's going to call beta men based off of what the society said the man was in terms of a good man. Oh, yeah, he looked good on paper. He was a fucking paper champion. He wasn't a God-realized man. He wasn't fucking the purpose, right? Fucking his purpose. His purpose wasn't nothing. Now, if a man can get his purpose to orgasm, imagine what the fuck he gonna do with a woman. This is the shit Veronica is talking about. This is not woman hating. This is check your motherfucking beliefs.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say check your bitch. I was
This is like, one more thing.
Yeah, you can. I didn't even know you was still there, Mike. And speak on it, Mike.
This is a quick demonstration, right? What's her name? What's the lady name? Ashonti Ford.
Take your foot off the gas.
Yeah, shit, nigga, you speeding.
I'm sorry. I just want to run somewhere like Ashonti. What do you want out of a man in a relationship? Just a quick question.
Honesty and consistency.
And dick, don't lie.
Well, of course.
Shit. Duh.
Like, you want monogamy too, right? Monogamy commitment, correct?
Yes.
She's already said
the
it.
dick is good.
Okay, so if I give you all that, what do I get?
This nigga's hollering. Hold on. Shit.
You get the same thing.
Because like women don't reciprocate. If I give you all that, what do I get?
You get the same thing.
No, but I might just want to be. Maybe I give you all that, but I just might want to still sleep with a woman. That might be it. That's it. Is that too much to ask?
For me
If I give you all
personally,
that,
for
that's
me
a fair
personally,
thing.
yes,
Right.
but for other women, maybe no.
This is good shit.
You agree with me, Zoe?
You know,
Really good.
this is good shit. I like parts of what he's saying. Is very good. Listen, he makes a good point.
Yeah, for sure.
What if I elevate you in every aspect of your life? Because this is what I'm taking from what Mike is saying. What if I elevate you in every aspect of your life? And it's rare. Not everybody can do this, right? Men can elevate women and women can elevate men. But what if you meet a man that can elevate you in every aspect of your life, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, and maybe even financially too? What if all of that is happening and yet he does not want to be in a monogamous relationship with you? What do you do? Pass that up for beta male Vienna dick, paper champion dick? Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to say. I've never been faced with that, but it's really hard to say.
It's coming.
Oh. You're really scary right now.
Thank you, Mike, for your.
Y'all take it easy, man.
That was good shit, man. That was
Thanks, Mike.
fuck. Mike came in and did the damn thing.
Yeah, I guess
Veronica,
that's a good question.
am I making any sense here today? The number to dial is 844-55-1. 844-55-1. We want to know, is trust, loyalty, is all of that shit a lie? Veronica?
You're making a great deal of sense because I think we have to really ask the question, what are people being loyal to? And so if we're being loyal to the institution of monogamy as opposed to the person, see, I think that most people are loyal to what's on paper, what the institution is, and not to themselves. Listen, a person that is loyal to the law of their being is wild, it's uncontrollable, can be hypersexual, can be all kinds of things. They're not easy to control. They may bring tremendous beauty and fulfillment into your life, but they're not really necessarily easy to control. So, and you can't really have it both ways.
And you
Right,
know what's
because
deep? You know what's deep? You know what's deep right here? Go back to Mia. She couldn't even live in the truth of revealing it to her parents because the idea of him suited them. Is that not a type of relationship slavery? That's you, Veronica. That's you.
I just knew you were asking her, so I'm like, let me just pat my naps.
Okay. Ashonti is having a fucking beauty breakdown in here. I knew you was talking to Veronica. Let me just pat my naps.
Nap patting.
She's nap patting right now. But when you don't live your truth, especially in an intimate relationship, can we consider that a form of relationship slavery, Heka?
I'll answer that, but let me say one thing really quick.
You always do this, Heka. You never answer the question. You go back to 6 questions ago. But I love you, Heka.
Because you know why? Because I don't get an opportunity to say things for specific questions. So I just want to make a point really quick.
Break it down,
You
Heka.
guys talk about elevating a woman in every sense of the word, but if she's not desiring an open relationship and she has spoken to you and told you that she wants to be in a monogamous relationship, then you're not elevating her, you're stressing her the hell out. That's what you're doing.
Kind of, sort of.
If you want to be,
I get it. I see where you're going. Kind of, sort of. I get it.
if you want to be in an open relationship, then you connect with someone that's going to be able to reciprocate that energy and don't continuously treat her like crap because you're giving her something that she don't desire.
Kind of, sort of. Let me.
For her if you're giving her what she don't desire, kind of, sort of. That's what it is. And
Let me.
another thing I want
Wait. Because you opened up a can of ass. You opened up a can of whoop ass. Hold on, Heka. Hold on. Heka. Hold that thought. Let's go back. First and foremost, this is a question to everybody. Do you agree or disagree that the social programming as it pertains to relationships in America is a type of conditioning much similar to how a soldier gets conditioned in the military? Veronica, yes or no?
Yes.
Right. Heka, yes or no?
Yes, I agree.
Ashonti, yes. Oh, she's too goddamn young. She don't know.
I'm so sick of being made irrelevant.
You are not irrelevant.
Yeah, I know I'm not.
You're a fucking superstar, Red Panda.
Exactly.
Now answer the goddamn question before you get scared and run out of here.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So if that's the case, to say she desires a monogamous relationship, first off, do the motherfuckers in Saudi Arabia desire to be another religion? No, they're born into Islam, right? They're born into that. Do motherfuckers here in America desire to be some other shit? Typically, they're born into it. They don't have a choice. When you attract a person that is opposite of your belief, right? Or opposite of the belief you think you have, what is the purpose of that person being in your life? Sometimes a great motherfucker, man or female, comes into your life to challenge your belief, to wash away the prepackaged, conditioned belief systems you have in place. It's not just, oh, she knows who she is. How many, I can guarantee on both sides, male and female, 99.9999999% don't know who the fuck they really are. So when you attract somebody who challenges what you hold to be true, that is the purpose, or part of it anyway, for them to challenge you. To say, let me.
Absolutely.
Do I really need to believe this shit? Is that your ass? Excuse me. I've been sidetracked.
No.
By
It's a nice
picture of
nice
somebody's
skin,
ass. Jesus, yeah. I wish they had those for Thanksgiving. Anyway, but do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
you can't just say, oh, she didn't desire that. I guarantee if you get down to the core of most women, more than the societal template as Mia was able to get, what women really want is fulfillment. Am I lying? Am I lying, Veronica?
Okay.
Am I lying?
That's really true. That's really
You
true.
guys want to be fulfilled.
Yes, absolutely.
Listen, I got to take a break, and then I'm coming back with Heka. We gonna argue, Heka. I ain't scared of you, Heka.
You guys are out of control.
Loyalty. We'll be back in 2.2. Ladies and gentlemen, the VOR back in the building. Today's topic is crazy, and the DJ is going bananas. DJ always.
Thanks, dog.
Jesus. Was the dude on fire or what? 844-55-1 is the number to dial. Listen, we're talking about loyalty. Is it possible for women to be loyal? More importantly, I want women to call me right now, 844-55-1. A lot of women have called. We have women on the show and women on the line right now. A lot of people have called. I want to get a woman's perspective on just what a man can do to earn your loyalty. And I mean real loyalty, not that, oh, here comes the first dude that's better than you in all aspects. Because there's always, I remember when I was a little kid, I was bad as shit, right? And my great grandmother, Emma Sue now, she would tell me, I don't give a fuck how bad you are. There's always somebody out there bad, little boy. You bad on this block.
Right.
Go on down 2-3 blocks. You're going to find somebody that's going to be bad than you. I can't wait till somebody whoop your ass. You out here whooping ass, somebody going to whoop your ass.
Aww,
right?
Emma
She
Sue.
said, Emma Sue was on my head, and I was throwing rocks at her, too.
That's terrible.
Oh, yeah, I was a wild child.
Rocks at your grandmother.
Oh, yes. Get your ass back in the house. Don't you come around here, Emma Sue, while I'm trying to fuck the girls in the neighborhood. Don't you come around here. I was like 8 or 9. But the point that I'm making on this tirade, on this tangent, is women have to find that inner anchor, right? That won't let her, drift when somebody better presents themselves, better, quote unquote, presents themselves to her, right? She has to have that anchor. Why am I with this man? Do I love this man, or am I just ladder climbing? That's a word my old Uncle Ben would use. Not the nigga on the box of rice, but Uncle Ben would say, boy, you can't get too caught up in these girls because they all ladder climbers. You introduce her to your friend, she find a friend that's better than you. Next thing you know, some inappropriate shit is happening. Don't fuck with no ladder climbers. 844-55-1. We're talking about loyalty. Is it impossible for women to be loyal? We already know what's up with men, right? But women have all of these justifications and reasons and shit for why they ain't loyal. Heka! Bring Heka back in here. God damn it.
I guess I don't know what to say at this point because this shit is baffling to me. It's really baffling. You already know why men are not loyal, but at the same time, you're asking the question, why is it impossible for women to be loyal? Why can't she have an inner anchor when things go wrong and just sit there and take the shit that's been ditched to her?
Take it.
I don't get it. I mean, do you really think that women are supposed to sit around and just take it?
What are they taking, Heka? Somebody said something really incredible. Somebody said, the Incredible Hulk activated. That's what they're calling Heka. The Incredible Heka is on the loose. Speak on it, Heka. You're a star. People are hanging on your every word.
Well, the thing about it is, just like the caller that we just had a moment ago, she decided, first of all, his sex was no good, and the nerve of him to go out and cheat on her when he has a mushy dick. But she decided
mushy?
his sex was no good. Yeah, he has a mushy dick, but then he wants to go share it, the mushy dick. You know?
He wants to go share the money of the mushy dick.
Yeah, but she consistently asked him to stop doing the things that he was doing, like taking money out of their account and spending it on other women. And she decided after she asked him over and over again that she was not going to put up with it. She's no longer going to be loyal to this man that's not loyal to her. Why should she?
I agree.
You know what? I've had enough.
Someone should do that.
I've had enough. I have. Jesus. I've had enough. Callers, get to your phone lines, 844-55-1. Are women more loyal to the wallet than they are to the man who stuffs it?
These niggas ain't got no money.
Is that a panda speaking? Is it?
Yeah.
A red one.
A red one.
Sorry.
Where the fuck is her carrying cage? Jesus. Veronica, speak to this madness. Veronica, hold on, Veronica, because I feel you resisting. If you don't fucking take the safety off, goddammit, speak on it, Veronica.
I think that like I said, we are loyal to this idea of monogamy, which I think is bullshit. I think that women are not by nature monogamous. I think that actually sex is actually more of a women thing than a man thing if she's being properly engaged with by a man that knows what the fuck he's doing. So if we're talking about loyalty to monogamy, then that whole construct is false anyway. And so much of what we experience as lies in our society are based on that fucking lie. If you want to look at the Maury Show, or if you want to look at divorce court, or if you want to look at anything, all this stuff is all based on the idea that you belong to me and I belong to you and it's me, mine. Now, I'm not saying that people can't enjoy being with one person. They absolutely can. But whenever you have something that's out of control in society, you have to look at the root of what's out of control. And so if the foundation of relationship is predicated on something that is a lie, then you're going to always get this fragmented situation among women and among men. So again, if women are going to be loyal, first be loyal to themselves. Because, now, if you're going to be loyal to yourself, I mean, really to yourself, to the law of your being, you're going to be uncontrollable, you're going to be wild. Strangely enough, men are quite attracted to that. Men can't help be compelled by that because everyone is compelled by the truth. The truth.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask the whole panel this. Do men and women want their partners to be loyal to their coping mechanisms, to their hurts, to their traumas? They want people to be loyal to that. Veronica says people want to be loyal to monogamy. I agree. Right? I can't tell you how many good relationships broke up because of cheating. And then from the cheating, it turns into this scab that never heals. And now I can't get close to this person anymore. Or I can't get close to new people. Right? Because ultimately, I want to have somebody all to myself. First off, If all to myself was supposed to be the preferred way, why are there more women than there are men on planet Earth? That would mean some of you bitches is shit out of luck.
So we weren't supposed to be monogamous then?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
if monogamy was the way,
Right.
by the numbers alone, there would be an island called Lesbos. That's where the word lesbian comes from. But
Or,
Lesbos.
be some horses coming up.
And I'm going to tell you, if it's an island, all 12 billion of you motherfuckers can't fit. You know what kind of lizard licking would be going on that island? It's not designed for just that.
You wish.
I'm just saying. Well, men would visit the island for sure. And
we would try.
I know.
We would definitely try.
I'm just saying. I just believe that there's so much hurt involved in our relationship, and then the way that we process that hurt actually compounds it instead of resolving it. It's there for a purpose. It's there to be resolved, but the way we handle it, the way we approach it, actually compounds the interest on that pain. Is that right, Veronica?
That's absolutely true. That is absolutely true. And so at some point, it's like my whole thing is not to be loyal to any institution, anything. It's being loyal to the truth. And the more loyal you are to, not even the truth, because that reality. See, because there's natural laws, and either you are going to abide by them and be successful in whatever context it is, or you are going to defy them and be wounded. And the law doesn't really give a shit about man-made stuff. It doesn't give a shit about how fragile your ego is. It doesn't give a shit about what you want when you want it. It doesn't give a shit about any of that. So until we start actually coming into harmony with the law, with natural law, then we will always be in a world of suffering.
Heka!
I totally agree with the fact of open relationships. I totally agree with it. I don't desire a monogamous relationship. However, I think it's totally unfair for me or anyone to illegitimize someone else's choices that they decide to make to be in a monogamous relationship. If you don't want to be in a monogamous relationship, don't deal with her if that's what she wants.
But I think Veronica touched on something. I think Veronica touched on something big. Most women are only in a monogamous relationship and desire loyalty and trust, not because it's in alignment with what they really want, but it's in alignment with what they think they need to be secure.
Right.
Right? Ashanti, Red Panda?
Your original question was, what can a man do to earn our loyalty?
Yes.
And I would personally say, spoil me with consistency.
What?
Spoil me with consistency.
Well,
okay.
Dude was consistently taking the money out of the account.
We're obviously talking about good consistency. Do I really
let me just
need
say
to
this.
break this down?
No, let me say this. Our engineer,
Yeah.
her parents are from the island of Lesbos.
Really? Wow.
She's a Greek girl.
Yeah.
You should see her little cakes too. For a white girl,
I've seen him. She's not white.
He's Greek.
Listen,
She's
Greek
Greek.
is white.
It's
Fuck what you're going through.
It's
okay?
European.
Europe is the continent.
It's European.
White, Caucasian is the ethnicity.
I thought that was the mountains.
What's our topic?
Greek is a nationality. This girl here is Caucasian.
Okay, and
she got cake.
yes, she does.
She does.
She all
has
about
cake.
the bass?
She got cake.
She all about that bass?
I'm just saying, like, reality here.
I can't with you.
Women, you got to throw loyalty away. We already know it's conditional. Men know it's conditional. Every time you say, this your pussy, daddy, we know you lying.
That's just
You done
sex
said
talk.
this your pussy to 3,700 people.
If you guys take sex talk seriously, you're not fun.
He has a point.
I'm just saying.
Taking it way too
You
seriously.
done said this your pussy to 3,700 people. There's 3,700 niggas walking around going, yep, that's my pussy.
Sex
No,
talk.
nigga. Everything women are ephemeral. Tell me I'm lying. Changeable, mutable. love the shit out of a motherfucker in a moment, and the subtle nuance that builds up that you dislike will have you disconnect from that nigga, and he's totally unaware of the disconnection.
Thin line between love and hate.
Am I making up some shit about how women do this shit?
So why not be free? Why not design relationships that are based around freedom?
Yes.
So that you don't have to lie, hedge. Why not design relationships that are based on the nature of women and the nature of men, so that you don't have to keep pretending some dumb shit? But why not include who they are in the design of the relationship? I don't understand. I mean, whatever it is. Listen, let me say something. If you're in a relationship with somebody, so watch this. Monogamy is not even meant to be. I don't want to keep bringing it back to monogamy, but it's instructive. Monogamy isn't even meant to be for two people. In other words, if I choose to be monogamous, then great. But to insist that someone else be monogamous is not necessarily the truth. Right. All I can be responsible and accountable to is my monogamy. To be in the truth. If to expect that from somebody else is a condition.
That's why you got conditional love.
It takes you out of the truth. I don't even care about monogamy. I care about the truth.
And truth is unconditional. This goes back to your point about freedom. You know how many fucking imprisoned relationships are being lived out right now? Old tolerating ass motherfuckers out there. Monotony, boredom, this nigga here, but at least the bills are paid. This bitch here, but at least I got my plate in the oven. You know what type of bullshit is going down because people are living the opposite of what Veronica just spoke on? Loyalty is a lie. Let me get to Hustle in Miami. Hustle!
What's up, MIA? All I know is yo.
What's up, man?
So check me out. I feel like women just want a safe bet.
They just want a what?
Every relationship, a safe bet.
A safe bet. Got you.
You understand? You know what I mean? Because every relationship is like a gamble. Except that they're betting with their time. You understand?
Yeah.
So they don't want to give it to the wrong person because they want to get a nice return on their investment.
Is that a bad thing?
Well,
is it a bad thing that women want to safe? Okay. You know what? Cut her mic off.
I'm sorry for asking questions.
Ask good ones.
I'm going to address
No, I'm just kidding.
You got to understand which house you're playing in. We playing under a social construct. This ain't the concepts that Veronica's are talking about. This ain't the free concepts of what Heka's talking about with being in an open relationship. We're talking about what's the norm.
Right.
So most women are looking for that. You know what I mean?
Is there? Let me ask you this, Hustle. Let me ask you this, Hustle. Is safety, security, the safe bet you spoke of, is that real? Like, can anybody really be a safe bet?
No.
I'm gonna tell you like this: women who believe in a safe bet are people who go to the casinos thinking that they always gonna win.
Whenever, man, that's a great point, Hustle. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for reaching out, man. Thanks so much for the call.
All day, bro.
Damn. Whenever somebody dates, whenever somebody really leans heavily on trust, I see them as a fearful person. Fear is their personal advisor. The Relationship Dismount, available at imzowilliams.com. Pre-order your copy right now. I have in that section of the book, it's called Figo. And the question is, who is your personal advisor? I say, for most people, it's Figo. Fear and ego. Advising. Because you've been hurt, they've been elevated. Them motherfuckers in the background going, no. He feel like that other nigga. But Spirit brought that same version of him because that lesson ain't done. But fear and ego will preempt you moving forward and send you to the safe bet, which is really a safe sell. Now, do you want a soulmate or a cellmate? You somebody answer that. 844-55-1. Heka!
I definitely would prefer a soulmate, you know. And again, my idea of relationships is totally different from most people.
We know that. That's why you're on the show.
Past this point, yeah, once we get past this point of letting women know that it's okay to be in an open relationship, then I think it's important for us to move to men to let them know it's okay to really be in an open relationship, because their idea of open relationship is men sleeping around with as many women as they want, not a woman sleeping with whomever she wants.
Heka, let me ask you this too. That's good shit. Let me ask you this too, Heka. Can a woman have an open relationship with her ideas? Because that's who she's really dating. How about that?
I mean, I think a woman can have an open relationship with her ideas, with every part of who she is. I think she can, and I think she has right to do that. By right, if that's what she wants to do, she can definitely do that.
But how often does it happen?
Men don't quite. Well, I mean, it doesn't happen often.
That's my point. Thank you.
In my opinion,
no,
it doesn't, and it's the same way. It's the same way on the other side. You know, I mean, everybody wants what they want, but when it's not happening that way, ain't nobody loyal to nobody.
Oh, we got folk in the building. Listen, let me bring in some callers. You guys are dropping some hot monkey grease right now. We got D from Alabama, War Eagle. Holla at me.
Hi, everybody. I just wanted to really make a comment. I really do side mostly with what Heka is saying, but from my experience, I've realized there are different women, and men kind of tend to want to throw all women in the same category. But there are different type of women. They're the monogamous. They're the ones that's just out there freaky, and they're the ones that do a little bit of both. It's my job as a woman to realize who I am who am I in a relationship with, or what situation I'm in, just based off me knowing him and me knowing myself. Once I know myself and know what I want or need and what I, in a little bit of terms, expect to some degree, then I can go from there. But it just seems like the guys tend to want to throw all of the women in one category, and there are so many different types of women. Because my experience, if you're loyal, and to me, loyal is just basically having my back. I mean, even if you're a dog or whatever, you still have my back. You are still concerned. You are still caring. You are still there through tough times. Regardless if you have money, don't have money, we can probably build a foundation together. And I really haven't heard that on the panel, people talking about when folks want to get together, they want to get together, grow. Folks just pretty much sitting around here saying, well, I just want to fuck this person, I just want to fuck that person. That shit gets old to me. Because it's like, if I want to transition to another level, I don't have the time or the years. And, I may be beautiful, but shit, that shit can fade the older you get. So I don't have the time to keep going around trying to be with this person, that person, or whatever. I'm trying to build a foundation. I'm trying to get, spiritually connected sexually. So, I just wanted to kind of...
What happened? And she was good. D from Alabama, you were good. I like that. That was good shit. Red.
Thank you, D. Thank you, D.
Red, Missouri. You're in the building, man.
What's going on, everybody?
How you doing?
I like the show. Love the show. Zoe, I would simply say that being loyal, it has a tendency, people have a tendency to want to give it to others when in actuality you need to be loyal to yourself.
Right.
Loyalty is a dangerous thing when it comes to relationships, just due to the fact that a lot of people don't even understand what loyalty is.
Right.
And when you really break it down, it's pretty simple, man. Like when my situation in particular, I'm loyal to all the women that I deal with just due to the fact that I give them the utmost respect. And whenever a new woman approaches me, I let them know ahead of time. And then I send her to them.
Wow.
And they evaluate her and whether or not we want to bring her into the circle.
That dude is a G.
I guess that's my form of loyalty.
Hey, Red.
I don't make decisions like that.
Red.
What's up, brother?
Let me just say, man, I wish you would have called in earlier, man. We up against the clock. We got to get out of here in 3 minutes. But I appreciate
All good.
what you do. Brother, you got to call in early because we want them jewels you drop. But I appreciate it, man.
I got to work, man.
Yeah, you got that crew to take care of. I got you. So listen, call us back, man, anytime. All right?
All right,
man. Appreciate you, brother. All right. So listen, I want to go around the table really quickly. We got to do this fast. 2 minutes. Everybody gets 15 seconds to prime it. Veronica?
Yeah, where to contact me, all things Veronica Conway, social media, and veronicaconway.com and blackmastery.com is where you can find me.
Heka?
Contact me by visiting my website at hekaactivated.com, and that's Heka spelled Heka, activated just like it sounds.com.
And the panda.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Ashonti Ford Live, and keep subscribing to my YouTube's Girl on Fire Production.
Wow, good stuff. Today's topic was incredible loyalty. I think it's a complete farce. But hey, who the fuck am I? Listen, I appreciate everybody for their contributions and their thoughts and their ideas. This is an open discussion, and we want you to keep challenging us. You don't have to agree with us, but challenge us. And also, go get your pre-order copy right now. I'm telling you, there's not very many copies I'm having printed up. Limited supply. Go to IamZoeWilliams.com and order the relationship dismount right now. Go do it right now. Reserve your copy now. I promise you, it won't be any more left. I'm autographing all of them too. So anybody that does it right now, it's getting autographed. Go support it. IamZoeWilliams.com, the relationship dismount. Due date July 1st. I'll holler at you guys in a second. We'll be back Monday. DJ Always, where do they find you?
You can find me at Always in Your Ear on Twitter and R Always on Instagram. Hit me up.
Voice of Reason, we out.